Greetings and welcome back. Your favorite dead channel is back here with another video. And today we're going to rank all of the Master Chief Collection Halo games. I know Halo 5 and Halo Infinite are on here, but I haven't played these yet, so I'm just going to put them back here for now. I don't know why, but for some reason these games got out of order. I had to rearrange them. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. It's just gonna be the Master Chief games, no Halo 5 and no Infinite. Haven't played these games. I heard Halo 5 wasn't that good, and then I heard Halo Infinite is pretty good. I played the multiplayer of it. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I've got Game Pass, so I can get the campaign, but I just need to know if it's worth playing. But I've heard it's pretty good, so just leave a comment below telling me if I should play it or not. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with Halo Combat Evolved. This is a pretty unique game for its time. I mean, this came out back in like 2001. Like, I was pretty young at the time. So this game is pretty old. But it was very revolutionary. A lot of FPS games tried to do what Combat Evolved did. It was very influential. And I really like the gameplay of Halo Combat Evolved. I think the weapon arsenal is really good. It's really unique. The enemy types were perfectly introduced. I think the main downside of Combat Evolved is the level design. I think the level design is pretty bad at times. Like, Halo Combat Evolved has some amazing levels, but there's also some levels that are just that just seem like copied and pasted, and just like it just feels like you're going through the same area like a million times. It's easy to get lost in this game for your first few playthroughs because a lot of the areas do look the same, and this game was kind of rushed when it was in development, so it's probably why the levels were pretty similar to each other, and why a lot of the levels have a lot of sections that are just kind of copied throughout the whole level. So yeah, that kind of knocks some points off for me for Combat Evolved, but I still think it's a great game. I think it stood the test of time, mostly. I mean, it does show its age a little bit with the level design, but I think it deserves an A tier. I think it was a very solid start to the franchise. And then in 2004, Halo 2 was released. Halo 1 and Halo 2, I originally didn't play before I got the Master Chief Collection because I believe it was on the original Xbox, and I didn't have the original Xbox. I did have the 360 though, so I played pretty much everything that released on the 360. But Halo 2, in my mind, really fixed a lot of the problems with Halo 1. There's they had a new graphics engine that they used for this. Dual wielding was also introduced. The story was a lot more comprehensible than it was in Combat Evolved. I really like the Arbiter and the new characters introduced. I kind of wish they spent a little more time on Master Chief, fleshing him out. But I think they did that some more in the later Halo franchise or the later Halo games. So yeah, I think it's above Combat Evolved for me. I don't think it quite makes to S because I think this game on higher difficulties can be a bit of a challenge. Like the grunts can be a little annoying. The Flood also makes a return on this game. So, yeah, it's not perfect, but it's I think it's probably my second favorite game in the franchise. But it makes the A+ range for me. So next we have Halo 3. I mean, I could just put it here and not have to explain it. I mean, Halo 3 is a masterpiece. The graphics are incredible. I love the art design of this game. It's really aged pretty well, despite coming out, I think, like 15 years ago. 2007, I think, is when it came out. Yeah, I love every level of this game. I've completed it quite a few times. This is probably my favorite Halo game of all time. I mean, it's really iconic for the Xbox 360, and like I think this would have served as a good finale for the franchise if it had to end here. Like I think this game would have ended the series perfectly. And then next we have Halo 3 ODST. It's kind of like an expansion pack of Halo 3, but it was released as a separate game. The campaign of this game was a bit shorter than what we're used to in Halo games, like even shorter than Halo 3's campaign. Halo 3's was pretty short. This one was a little shorter though. I don't think it was really worth $60, but I don't think I spent $60 on this. So I think I got it either on sale or I got it like sometime after it came out. So yeah, Halo 3 ODST is, I think it's a bit of a mixed bag for most people, but I actually really dig the game. I like the nighttime, like open world aspect of ODST. The soundtrack is incredible. The gameplay is really good. It's kind of similar to Halo 3's, but it's every bit as good as it. As far as like downsides go, I think the romance plot was kind of it was kind of pointless, not gonna lie, and like I think the game starts off incredible, but then like I think towards the end it starts to kind of devolve a little bit. But I really like ODST's campaign. The level design is pretty good. It is a little weaker towards the end, especially that last level where you're in the tank and you gotta drive down the highway, and a lot of the highways is kind of reused, kind of like in Combat Evolved, but it's not done nearly as much as Combat Evolved. So I think it's just ahead of Combat Evolved, but not as good as Halo 2. And then next we have Halo Reach. And this is a campaign that I thought was gonna suck, like from the first playthrough. Like Halo 3 ODST's campaign is a campaign that starts incredible, but then kind of drifts off. Like I feel like the drifting off is kind of done like first in Halo Reach's campaign, but it gets way better over time for me. It's a very solid campaign. I think I like the characters a little more than ODST's. And the art design even. Like the art design of Halo Reach is incredible. I remember playing a lot of multiplayer on this, even though I'm just ranking the campaigns. Like I really love the art direction of just the whole game in general, like campaign multiplayer. I probably spent the most time on this game. I'm gonna put it right there. And then lastly we got Halo 4. And I won't lie, I don't like it as much as these other games. I don't think it's bad. Like, I still enjoyed playing this campaign. I heard multiplayer wasn't that good. I didn't really play a lot of multiplayer on this game. But, campaign, I'm very mixed on it. There's a lot of aspects I love about it, but there's a lot of things I really don't like. Like, I think the gameplay kind of suffers in this game. Like, I think it has the worst gameplay in the series by far. And that's mostly what I rank a game based on. And yeah, Halo 4 is just kind of it's probably the first like mediocre kind of Halo game as far as the campaign goes. I will say I really liked the interactions between between Chief and Cortana. I think that was handled really well. I love the art direction of this game. I thought the art direction was kind of controversial. for this game, but I think it looks gorgeous, especially being on the 360. Like this was released in 2012, I believe. Like that was one of the final years for the 360. So I'm gonna put it. I think I'll put it B. I think it's still a good campaign, but it's pretty inferior to the other games. So yeah, that's my list. Tell me what you think about it. And I think it's pretty impressive that the lowest campaign I ranked was at a B, and that's really saying something. That's saying that this franchise was actually very good, and I think it was mostly well received. I mean, there's been some controversial titles like Halo 4, Halo 5. I bet Infinite's going to receive some controversy too. So, yeah, just tell me what you think. Tell me where you would put these games. Tell me if I should put Halo 4 lower or higher or any of these other games. So, yeah, that's my list. I will definitely try to upload another video this week. I had a teaser of one of my creative worlds in Minecraft, and I'll give you a tour of it. I've added like a lot more to that world. So yeah, I'll definitely try to get a video posted either I would say anytime between like tomorrow and Friday. So just look out for that video, and I'll see y'all in that video. All right, goodbye.